waited a long time for this moment. How does it finally feel to have the aluminium cladding in place?
Oh, it's excellent. Obviously, I've been on this project for coming up to 3.5 years now. It's a long time in the making. This is the last significant bit of cladding envelope that we've got to do on the project, and it's great to see it finally becoming a reality.
Yeah, I think for me, similar to Mike, it's absolute elation. I mean, it's 3 years in the planning, the design, and to see us turning the architect's vision into reality, even though there's still some time in the game to go, it looks absolutely magnificent.
The installation process seems to be a complex one. Just explain a little bit about it.
So yeah, it does appear complex, but the work that we've been doing here with our specialist subcontractor has meant that actually it's not quite as complex as you might first imagine. So we've developed a specialist lifting frame. We've done a lot of pre-construction work to make sure that the lifting strategy, the bracket solution, the way that it's lifted up into place, the way the plant is operated, the people that are operating the plant themselves and installing it, they all knew exactly what they were doing before we actually got to site to install it. Putting it on is just the final piece of the puzzle, because most of the work's done.
These have been specifically designed for the project. There's nothing off the shelf. So that, coupled with Lang O'Rourke's engineered safety policy, it made us come up with a solution where we actually mechanically secure the panels into place using a manipulator arm. And the manipulator arm has a specially designed lifting arm upon it, and the manipulator can physically turn to any angle that we want to be able to load the panels into the specific position they're to be located.
The reason the cladding is perforated is twofold. One is so you can see this steel structure that we've got behind us, because obviously architecturally a lot of effort and work has gone into creating that structure itself, so the cladding will not conceal that. And then also during the game, the light will emanate through the stadium and make it look even more fantastic than it already looks.
What's the anticipated timeline for it all to be done?
It is quite a long timeline, but when you consider the height of the building and the type of equipment, the sheer nature of the panels, each of the panels are weighing somewhere in the order of 250 kilos a piece. There's 872 in total. So you've got 436 on either side. At the early stages, at the estimating or the planning stage, you could only use a little bit of experience as guidance as to how long the project would take. So, between our respective companies, we agree a set of time, but you have to take into consideration the vagaries of the weather. We're restricted to certain wind speeds that we can lift panels into the air with the cranes. However, I think it's fair to say that with the efficiencies that we've improved upon as we've got to know the project a little bit more, we're on target to finish by the original plan date of July, and I think that'll be a hell of an achievement.
So overall happy with the progress, and what's the next step now?
So the next step now is we are over on the west side of the building, implementing the brackets across the elevation. We're soon going to start on the southwest corner, similarly putting the brackets in as well. So really, it's just more of the same. There's a 2-week break now before the next panels actually arrive onto the building, which will be over on the northwest corner of the building. But between now and then, it's just getting all the brackets in place, ready to accept the cladding.